everyone. We're going to get started. So find a nice, comfortable, cross-legged seat on your mat. Lengthen your spine, close your eyes, and start to follow your breath. As you inhale and it enters your body, and as you exhale, watch it leave through your nose. Inhale in, forgetting everything that's going on outside, and just focusing on yourself and your practice today. And open your eyes and let's get started. So come to a tabletop position, shoulders over wrists, knees hip distance apart, 2 rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, drop your belly, raise your tailbone, open your chest, look up. Exhale, push away from the mat, curl your spine, tuck your tailbone, gaze at your belly button. Again, inhale, drop your belly, raise your gaze up, and exhale, curl, tuck your tailbone, gaze to your belly button. One more. Inhale, and exhale. Come back to neutral. We are going to thread the needle starting on the right side. So inhale, right arm up, gaze up to the fingers. Exhale, thread through your left arm, your right shoulder on the mat, right side of your head on the mat. As you reach your left arm up and back. Take a few breaths here. And then inhale, release your left hand, come back up to tabletop. Take it on the left side. Inhale, left arm up to the sky, gaze follows. Exhale, thread your arm underneath the right, left shoulder and left side of your head on the mat. Raise your right arm, it should be straight, and then take it slightly back. Take a few breaths here. And then on your next inhale, slowly release. Come back up to tabletop. Now take your right arm forward, your left leg back, and find your center. So if you're here, try to be shoulder over wrist. We're using our core to wake up our body, and we're going to connect our elbow to our knees. So inhale to lengthen, exhale to curl under and tap. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, curl in, tap knee to elbow. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, knee to elbow, and release. Left side, so left arm forward, right leg back. Find your center, find your balance. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl in, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen, straight leg, straight arm. Exhale, curl, tap knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen, find your balance. Exhale, curl in, and release. Tuck your toes and send your tailbone up to the sky for down dog for 5 breaths. 1, close the gap between your chest and your thighs. 2, keep spreading your fingers wide as you push away from the mat. 3, keep drawing your heels towards the mat. 4, keep sending your tailbone up to the sky. And 5, create space between your shoulders and your ears. Inhale, raise your heels and start to walk on your tippy toes all the way to the front of your mat. Hang out here for a few breaths. No tension in your neck, no tension in your shoulders. And then with a slight bend in your knees, release your arms if you're holding on to your elbows and slowly curl up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Your head will be the last thing to come up. And come to standing. Roll your shoulders back. We're going to do 2 runs of Surya Namaskar A. So either your feet can be hip distance apart or together, I don't mind. Take a big inhale in, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, forehead to knee. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, open your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, place it in between your hands. Warrior 1. Inhale, hands next to your feet. Raise your right leg up. Exhale, right foot meets the left. Inhale, come up onto your toes, bend your knees, jump to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward, forehead to knees. And inhale to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. 1 more. Inhale, raise your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, forehead to knee. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, jump back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, open your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up, step it in between your hands. Warrior 1. Inhale, release back, send your leg up to the sky, left leg meets the right. Inhale, raise your heels, bend your knees, look forward, jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold forward, forehead to knees. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Great. Release. Take a moment and send your left leg back for warrior 2. So, bend in the front knee, knee over ankle, left foot, the edge should be in line with the back of your mat. Shoulders away from ears, gaze over your middle finger. Can you sink a bit lower as you open your front thigh behind you, keeping your back leg nice and active. Sink a little bit lower and a little bit lower. Flip your palm up, reverse your warrior, and hold. Inhale to come up. Take a few breaths. Place your forearm onto your thigh, reach it over, and hold. Inhale to come up, warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Hold. Inhale to come up. Again, we're flowing. Inhale to come up. And then release your right leg so it's straight. Upper body leans forward. And then slowly tilt down into your triangle. Again, you could be here, you could be here, you can be here, wherever you are. Create one nice straight line from the top of your left fingertips all the way down to your right fingertips, and hold. We're here for a few breaths. Nice straight legs, feeling a stretch. The back of your right leg. And inhale, slowly come up. Hands on our hips. And then turn your right foot so both of your toes are facing forward. Take a nice wide stance. Inhale, clasp your hands behind you, palms touching. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together. Open your chest. Big inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Gaze should be directly onto your mat in the center. So you keep reaching your arms above and beyond your head. One day, the tops of your knuckles touching the floor. Inhale, slowly rise up. And release your arms. Shake it out. This time, hands on your hips. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, just tip forward from your hips, slowly coming down. And then place your left hand in the center. Raise your right arm up and twist. Your gaze should be over your fingertips. And release your right hand down. Inhale, send your left arm up to the sky. Gaze follows. And release your left hand down. Right arm goes up as you keep twisting back. And release. Keep your hands where they are. And we're going to take a bend over my left, your right. And then we're going to take our right foot, point it up to the sky and hold. For 3, for 2, and 1. Plant your hands back into center. Push yourself up and over to the opposite side. Heel is flexed, your foot is flexed, toes are up. For 3, for 2, and 1. Hands back to the center. Slowly release. Hands on your hips. And slowly come back up. Now, turn your left foot. Take a wider stance. Warrior 2. Left foot forward. Sink deep into your warrior 2. Again, look at your alignment. Nice, straight, active leg. Shoulders away from your ears. Gaze over your middle finger. And then sink deeper into it. Again, in warrior 2, you're actively opening up your leg, so you're pushing your leg towards the back, knee over ankle. And breathe. Sink a little lower. And then reverse your warrior. Sending your left arm up to the sky and over. Inhale, release. Left forearm onto your left thigh. Right arm up above. Keep reaching from your fingertips. Feel it in your hip all the way down to your ankle. Inhale, release back. Warrior 2. Palm up to the sky. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, come back to warrior 2. And then straighten your front leg. Tilt your top body over your lower body. And slowly tilt down into triangle. Again, actively reaching that right arm up, shoulder away from ear. creating one long line. You could be here, you could be here, wherever you are, just hold and breathe. And then on your next inhale, slowly come up. And then we're going to bring our toe heel, just wider than hip distance. Take a big inhale up, palms meet at the top, and then come down into Malasana, or a yogi squat. So try to sink deep into this, allowing your hips just to drop down behind you. Your feet are flat. You're actively opening up your legs using the strength of your elbows. Hands at heart center. And just breathe. And then release your left hand down. And set your right arm up to the sky and twist back. Still keeping your legs actively open. And release. Right hand onto the mat. Left arm straight up and back, twist. And release back down. Now, come out of your Malasana. Ready to come into a forward fold. So lengthen your legs out in front. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Just take an active recovery here to stretch it out. To lower your heart rate. And to feel that stretch on the backs of your legs. And breathe. Keep using the strength of your arms to close the gap between your chest and your thighs. Feeling it in your hamstrings. And inhale, slowly come back up. Take your feet into butterfly, so your feet are touching. Just rock from side to side. And then actively push your legs open. Just sit here for a few breaths. And release. Come back into a tabletop position. Tuck your toes. Send your hips up, downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, send our right leg up to the sky. Bend our knee to feel that stretch on our right side hip. Then we're going to do 3 big circles. So draw 3 circles going forward. 2 and 3. Straighten that right leg. And then curl your knee to your nose and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release your knee to the back of your right wrist, setting yourself up for pigeon pose. So if you don't have a pigeon practice, you can take 90-90, which is where you have your back leg at 90 degrees, your front leg at 90 degrees. If you have a pigeon practice, go ahead, set yourself up. Hips are square to the front of your mat. Tops of your toenails are on the mat. Get comfortable and then slowly Inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold forward. Stomach, chest on your right leg as you reach your arms forward and then lower your forehead onto your mat. And breathe. We're here for 15 seconds. Keep breathing. Sending your breath to wherever you may need it. Any little uncomfortable points around your hips and your legs. And your next inhale, slowly push yourself up. Tuck your left leg. Send your right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. And then right foot meets the left. Now, on our left leg, send our left leg up to the sky. Bend in the knee. 3 big circles forward. 1, 2, 3. Send that leg back up and then curl it into your chest and hold. For 5, 4, really pushing away and curling your upper spine and release. Left knee behind left wrist. Take your pigeon on your left side. So again, get comfortable. Make sure your hips are square. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, fold forward. Fingers reaching out in front, forehead onto your mat. Close your eyes, we're not here for too long. Again, take inventory of your body. Is your right side tighter than your left? How do you feel in your body? Relax your muscles and surrender into this pose. And your next inhale, slowly walk your hands back towards your body. Tuck your right toe under. Push back into a 3-legged dog. And then your left foot meets your right. Stay in down dog for a few breaths. And then walk your hands to meet your feet. And slowly curl up to standing. And big shoulder rolls back. Now we're going to take a big step forward with our right foot. Actually not too big, just into the center of your mat. And then we're going to start to balance on our right leg and then tipping forward as our left leg goes back into Warrior 3. So you can stay here, or you can take the full expression by lengthening your arms out in front, making a capital T shape. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. So this is great for your balance and your core. All of your weight on your left leg. Try not to lock your knee. Slight bend, and then tip forward, sending that right leg back up. And then hold here. Or if you took the full expression, go ahead and raise your arms out in front. Active left leg. Point your right toe. Your gaze should be at the top of your mat. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. All right, a couple more balancing poses before we come down onto our mat. So left hand on your hip, take a bend with your right knee, 2 peace fingers, grab onto your big toe, and then inhale, kick your leg out in front, lengthening your spine, be tall, focus on your balance, look at one point in front of you, don't move your gaze, stay here, or you can take your right leg out to the side. Perhaps move your fingers nice and tall for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand back to hip for balance. Bring your right leg back to center, release, bend, and down. Shake out your legs. All right, right hand on the hip, bend in the left leg. Take your peace fingers, wrap them around your left big toe. And inhale, straighten that leg forward. Again, nice, long, tall back. And focus on one point. Focus on your breathing. And then extend that left leg out if you did so before on the other side. Again, take your arm up if you would like. And find your balance. Nice, strong legs. Bringing your belly towards your spine, using your core. For 3, 2, and 1. Right hand back on your hip. Bring that left leg in front. Release. Bend and down. Okay. Dancer's pose, one of my favorites. Take your right palm, open it up beside you. Bend your right leg. Grab onto the top of your foot. So you've got the top of your foot in the palm of your hand. Try to keep your knees in line. As you raise your left arm up, tilt forward and push that right foot into your right hand and hold. Keep kicking up. Keep pushing into your hand for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. All right. Take your hand out beside you, palm facing up. Bend your leg, grab the top of your foot. So palm of your hand is touching the top. Line up your knees so they're even. Raise your right arm up as you tilt forward, actively pushing your left foot into your hand. The aim is to keep your hips square as you hold for 5, 4, keep reaching, keep kicking, 2, and 1. Slowly release. All right. Slowly make your way onto your mat. back nice and tall. Gonna lower down with control, using our core. Slower than you'd like. Woo. Relax your shoulders. And release. All right, send your right leg up to the sky. Hold on to the back of your calf or your thigh or your big toe. Flex your left foot, keeping that left leg active. And then draw that leg closer to your forehead. Maybe do some ankle rotation while you're here. We're here for another 10 seconds. Can you draw your leg a little closer? Feeling that nice stretch in your hamstrings. And release. Send your left leg up to the sky. Again, your right foot is flexed, holding on to your calf, maybe your foot, maybe the back of your thigh. Maybe doing some ankle rotations on this side too. Actively bringing that foot towards your forehead. And release it down. We're going to take bridge pose. So bend your knees. They're close to your fingers, so you can almost touch your heels with your fingers. Your knees should be hip distance apart. Inhale, raise your hips up to the sky, and then clasp your hands, palms touching, squeezing your shoulder blades together. And hold. Keep actively reaching your hips up, keeping your knees hip distance apart, so don't flare them out. Keep everything into center line. For 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly release. And then take your right foot on top of your left thigh. Send your right hand through the little opening, the little window for a figure 4 stretch. Flex your right foot and keep bringing that left leg closer to your chest. Nice juicy stretch on your right side hip and glute. And release. Right leg goes back down. Again, set yourself up for bridge pose. Inhale, send your hips up to the sky. Clasp your hands underneath you, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Keeping your knees in line with your hips. Keep sending your hips up, squeezing your glutes. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release down. Release your hands. Shake your hips out. And then take your left foot, place it on your right thigh. Flex that left foot. And then left hand through the window. Bringing your thigh closer to your chest for figure 4. Again, feeling nice glute stretch, hip stretch. And slowly release. Release everything back down. And take your arms up above. Stretch from your fingertips to your toes. Take a deep inhale and stretch. And then release, open your mouth. Again, big stretch from your fingertips to your toes. Inhale in. And then release it all down. Slowly come back up to a seated position. And that concludes our practice for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon.